Hello, what's going on, everyone? On this Saturday, July 20, what? It's not July 20, sir. Hold on a second, let's check the computers, right? What the hell's going on? It's July 18th, July 18th, 2020. How's everyone doing, huh? I did some cooking, some amazing vegetarian dish I made, and I also picked up some souvlaki, like a chicken souvlaki sandwich from that place. What is that place on Washington Avenue in Hoboken? Pita Place, yeah. Fucking amazing. So that's what I had for dinner, and here I am doing my podcast. Uh, and by the way, so hold on a second. I got so many fucking screens over here. My excuse me, my Microsoft Surface, and then the extended display. What the hell I was talking about? Oh, Yankees are playing. So MLB is back. MLB is back, but without any obviously audience. Not the audience, but the without any crowds. So here we are. I mean, so who's playing who? Yankees are playing Mets. I'm assuming one of the stadiums in New York, right? Whether that's Yankee Stadium or the stadium in the Queens, right? What is it called? Shea Stadium. So yeah, MLB is back. Is NFL also going to be back? Is that what it is? NBA and all that? I have no idea. I usually watch the Premier League soccer, which I haven't watched lately. Just been busy with other stuff in life, right? Is that what it is? Well, work and life in general, right? Why do I look like I'm sitting in a far fucking distance, right? Is that better, everyone? Huh? All right, so I am doing my podcast as usual, on this weekend, and I was running around over the week, obviously, for work. And then today, actually, I went to Lowe's. You know that it's like what is Lowe's, like Home Depot? And then there was another like an auto store I went to. Why, sir? Remember I told you guys that I was going to upgrade my car stereo? I have that stereo, the one that came with the Toyota. The original Toyota one, but it's not as technologically advanced as, for example, a stereo that has CarPlay. So just look out. I'm going to actually upload a video on that one. I did the what do you call the video. I mean, I took some videos using my phone, obviously, my iPhone. And I'm going to upload that, so look out for that. But it's pretty interesting. I tested it. In any case, you know what? Just look out for the video for that one, right? So yeah, I went to these stores to pick up some of the accessories for that, because the harness came in and blah blah blah. I had the stereo that already came in on the 15th, right? So yeah, it's good to be updated with the technology, right? Yes. I think the reason why, one of the reasons why I like that, because I mean it's pretty inexpensive if you do it yourself. The only thing that I won't be able to do, I think, that would be the hardest is connecting somehow, and for that I think I need to get a fucking adapter. The steering control, in my car steering, so I have the volume, right? You can increase or decrease the volume, or you can basically flip the channels for the tuner, right? So I found an adapter. You can buy it online, so I'm going to test that. So I think that's the hardest part. Otherwise, I connected all the two harnesses, the old stereo to the harness of the new stereo, etc., etc. Yankees 4 versus New York Mets 2. So there we go. Yankees are winning, everyone. And they have actually these play cards, right? With on the seats or in the seats. Is that how you say it? English language, which is kind of weird. Because nobody's obviously sitting in those seats, right? In the bleachers. So, yeah, I told you guys, kind of fucking depressing. I was texting these guys, that, I took Path Train to World Trade Center, and then I went to my office to check the mail, which I usually do for most part. When I drive into the city to go to a construction site or for a meeting or something, then I usually stop by in my office downtown to pick up the mail. But Thursday I actually took the train, and you go to Oculus, is that how you say it? World Trade Center, and it's just fucking depressing that 4 months ago that whole place was so bustling and full of people, all the stores were open and all that, right? But now it's like a fucking shantytown. I mean, now it's like empty. All the stores are closed, and it's just fucking depressing, It is what it is. I mean, unfortunately, thanks to the fucking coronavirus, and apparently it's not fucking going anywhere. Thanks to what the fuck's going on down south, or these other states, including Arizona, right? So I have no fucking idea, but work has picked up, so that's a good thing for us. Although I did send an email to my landlord in Manhattan. I made him a counter offer. So he hasn't returned my emails. I mean, and I also left him a message on Friday. So let's see what happens this week, right? I mean, next week. I'm going to follow up on Monday or Tuesday. Because I can't fucking afford to pay so much fucking money monthly for a fucking empty office. Fuck that. I can't fucking do that. And it's a fucking disaster, What else is going on? Without ranting, I'm sorry, these fucking lights. Remember I had these lights, with the changing colors? And then the tones and all that, right? In my... not in my, but at my window, at the top of the window. And fucking things stopped working. I have no fucking idea why. I thought it was the battery. It has this controller. I thought it was the fucking battery, but apparently it's not. So I changed the battery. And apparently, this thing has another battery size that it doesn't fucking make any fucking sense that these battery standards are having all these sizes of fucking batteries. So this is a fucking tiny battery, right? It's called the A23. but I found it at Lowe's. So, so even replacing the fucking battery does not do anything with these fucking lights. See that? Nothing happens. So, I mean, these lights, I had these from when I was in Brooklyn. So, 3 years, cheap shit from China. Not Chinola, but shit we get from China. 3 years is long enough, right? Yeah, I guess so. What else is going on? Huh? How is everyone doing on this weekend? I have a lot of, not a lot of things that I want to talk about on this podcast, as usual, right? Including the items I have in my cheat sheet. And the one thing I need to do. Okay, so right after, I promise I'm going to do this. What is the promise, sir? I'm going to call Expedia. I'm going to call them and get a clearer picture of my vacation. Because, again, I am fucking thrilled to just get on a fucking plane, in a month or a month and change and go to fucking Colorado and be up in the mountains. But I just want to make sure that if I go there, I don't end up, in some place where everything is fucking closed, and then, I feel like a fucking lunatic with this guy. And also the issue with the fucking quarantine, So I'm going to make a call to them and then find out. Then fucking find out what the hell's going on, right? I told you guys that I booked a flight to LA as well, just in case, if I get bored in Colorado, I can go to LA, right? So I'm going to call them and find out. Tonight, right? Yes. Yeah, I mean, it is depressing, sort of. Although things are slowly, getting back to normal. Although people are still kind of, what do you call, afraid? Is that the word appropriate to use? Afraid to actually leave their dens and their cocoons and just, go on vacation. I mean, people do go on vacation, I guess. I think the more we become affected by this fucking thing, unless you really had the virus, that's a different story, and I feel bad for you. And the point I'm trying to make is that we should not give in. We should not fucking give in to this fucking pandemic, and we should try to live our lives normal as possible with caution. Obviously, you need a fucking, mask and whatever the hell else you need to do, right? And yeah, that's it. We gotta fucking, live our lives on this fucking planet. We can't be just fucking, lamenting our past, reminiscing, and, being nostalgic about how things were 4 months ago or 5 months ago, right? Should I then just go to the fucking surf bar and just like cheer up everybody in Jersey City? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Maybe in a week I will do that. I have no fucking idea. Although I have texted few of the people in the groups that I'm on, family, friends, and all that, that I might actually invite them August 1st. That's a fucking Saturday, 2 weeks from now. Oh, fuck, what is that? Like a home run? Oh, shit, that's not a home run. That's a catch. Holy shit. That was a fucking good one by Mets, right? So, is that it? That's the over of the inning? I know, that's not the over of the inning, sorry. Still batters who will be batting, right? All right. So what the fuck I was talking about? All right. So vacation. Was that what I was talking about? Vacation. Yes, I was talking about vacation, but then I went off topic to a lot of other fucking topics, right? As usual. Yeah, so living a normal life under this pandemic, right? Uh, unless you really give up and say, "Fuck this," this is actually really affecting. I mean, it's really affecting you. You don't have a job anymore. You're not getting any income. No unemployment benefits are you can't pay rent and all that. I mean, I'm in that fucking boat, by the way. I can't pay the fucking rent in Manhattan. That's what I told my landlord. I have rent plans here. I'm on the payment plans here as well in Jersey City. So, we all are fucking suffering. But the point I'm trying to make is that even though all of these things are fucking happening, we still have to move on with our lives, Get on with our lives. And, not be botched into these fucking, riots and whatever the fuck is going on in Portland, Oregon. I'm hearing there's a lot of fucking bullshit going on up there, The whole fucking Northwest is a fucking shantytown when it comes to protests and all that, right? I had no fucking idea, dude. So let's not rant about that. That's not my fucking cup of tea, except that all I would say is that, again, these fucking liberals on the far left are out of their fucking mind. And as much as I don't like the fucking people on the far right, it's the same fucking bullshit on both sides. So, we have to just use our fucking conscience and logic. That's it. I'm not going to repeat myself, although I did. And that's all I can tell you all as well. That's all I can tell you all as well, right? What kind of fucking English are you using? Sorry. Okay. So yeah, that's what I was busy with today. And one thing which I realized, right, when I connected the fucking Carplay Stereo, with the wire harnesses and all that, right? It worked fine, and all the speakers are working fine. Everything was connected properly, all the wires to the corresponding other wires, right? And Apple CarPlay, right? Apple fucking CarPlay. I have to find out because it says that, and this is what I am kind of skeptic about using this fucking new stereo. I didn't realize is that Apple CarPlay only works if you have connected your iPhone, right? Your iPhone to this stereo via the lightning wire, right? Lightning cord, because it has a connector. The stereo has a connector for the fucking Apple CarPlay, so you connect it there, and then it gets connected to the iPhone. So that means I had to have that fucking thing hanging somewhere on the dashboard. Is that what it is? So I had to fucking figure out how to use that. So that's the only thing. Otherwise, it's pretty neat, In any case, am I fucking repeating myself regarding my fucking new car stereo? I feel like a fucking child. Well, I guess, we are children in a sense that we have a child in us, right? Is that what it is? No, I'm just doing this for convenience, It's convenient to just use one fucking machine on the dashboard instead of fucking, scrambling, from iPhone to fucking using the, the touchpad on the fucking, dashboard stereo, screen, right? what else is going on? Weather has been hot today, actually. I mean, I woke up fucking late. And obviously I was watching my usual shows and the fucking movies, right, which I'll talk about towards the end, right, of my podcast. What else is going on? I was reading about well, I mean, while we are talking about this, I guess I'm not sure if it's in my cheat sheet, but I was reading an article about James Webb Telescope, which is the new telescope that they are going to deploy out in the space, right? That also, the deployment of that is also hindered. I mean, it has been now scheduled for 2021, April 2021, you know, and you know, not being a mouthpiece for NASA, because of the fucking COVID-19, everything is just fucking, you know, pushed back into the future, right? Including everything, games, movies, and everything, right? Is that what it is? And the new telescope, which is supposed to give us new insights into the universe, right? Including the exoplanets and everything else that happens out in the universe, in our solar system and beyond, right? Is that what it is? Yes. I mean, you know, we talk about exoplanets, but to get there, forget it. To get there, even if you find an exoplanet, a promising exoplanet that's in the Goldilocks zone, right? Goldilocks zone, which is the habitable zone of its star system. Getting there is the gazillion-dollar question, and with the technology we have right now, thanks to the human beings, right? The technology we have, we can't get there, even with the fucking, you know, the speed of the vessels or the starships closer to the speed of light, which is almost impossible. Well, I mean, it's really impossible at this point in time for Earthlings, right? Earthlings to actually travel in space. However, you know, as human beings, we have to keep trying, and you know, it has been what, like 200 years of our technological history so far, really, out of what, 13.6 billion years of existence of this universe. Is that what it is? I don't want to go on and on about this. You can listen to Neil deGrasse Tyson or all the other astrophysicists who talk about in detail about the universe and everything else associated with it, right? Solar system, planets, exoplanets, galaxies, etc., right? What else is going on, everyone? Yeah, so tomorrow my girlfriend will be over, so I think we're going to go to dine out. I mean, dine out where, sir? Oh, there is this place I told you guys, Edward's Steakhouse. I think that's where we're going to go. They actually have a place across the street where they actually set up all the tables outdoors. So I passed by today, and that's what I'm going to suggest to her. Hey, baby, so let's go to the steakhouse, which is actually not very far from where I live, which is like 2.5 blocks, I think. Not that I think, but I know for sure. I know for sure. And then, yeah, I'm just going to take it easy. I didn't do any work today as far as like my work. I woke up late and then just got my sandwich, and then again I was busy with figuring out with the new car stereo, right? Am I gonna fucking turn my podcast into just talking about the car stereo? No. Look out for my video on that one, everyone. And yeah, so I was listening to Brett Weinstein and Matt Taibbi, when they were talking about on their podcast, on Brett Weinstein's podcast, uh, about state of things, what's happening now. Matt Taibbi is a great guy, he's a journalist, obviously. And where do you guys, by the way, speaking of which, where do you guys get your news from, huh? CNN, Fox, all these fucking like news outlets, I think they're gonna dissolve at some point in time, sooner than later, because it just doesn't make any fucking sense to have this format of news anymore or any longer. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And I think people are going to realize that actually people are realizing as we speak that this form of newscasting is going to be fucking obsolete. It's going to be fucking obsolete. And this is what I was actually thinking the other day, right? So, for example, if you're working, I'm pretty sure you all relate to this topic that I'm talking about, right? So, if you're at work, or unless you are really in a meeting, or if you're like me at a construction site or something like that, right? You're working on the computer, and then usually I listen to like news, or I listen to a podcast or something, right? I usually listen to news. So what the fuck should we listen to? Because sometimes, you turn on one channel and something is on there and you don't fucking want to listen to it, then you turn on another channel, right? And the same fucking shit or something else that you don't want to fucking listen to. So then what? So then what is that? I think there should be a media, some sort of a media that you like to listen to, right? I'm not talking about you start flipping the channels or you start like searching on YouTube. I'm talking about like a universal channel, whether that's audio or, well, audio, because, you can't be watching. For most part, if you're working on the computer, you can't be watching videos, right? Media. So it should be like an audio version of like, I don't know, news and analysis and talk shows and all that, right? Unbiased, unfucking biased, without fucking like leaning towards one fucking spectrum or the other side or other end of the fucking spectrum, right? Without being judgmental in your own fucking head. Where can you find that kind of a fucking outlet? Nowhere. No fucking where. No fucking where. So maybe I should start my own, right? Should I? Maybe I should. Well, I mean, I have a lot of things I want to do, although I'm kind of fucking getting old. So, am I making fucking castles up in the fucking air? I'm just gonna just focus on my work. That's what it is. That's fucking what it is. And everything else is fucking secondary, although it's not really secondary. Well, it is secondary in a sense that, I mean, without sounding like a fucking workaholic or something like that, I want to keep a fucking balance, For example, like Saturday today, I just took a break from work. This is fucking weekend. Tomorrow I'm going to spend some quality time with my girlfriend. We're going to watch some movies together. Maybe we'll probably go up to the roof. Hopefully we can also play some fucking pool downstairs. So apparently, the pool is now, the pool table is open until 9 o'clock. So I told her, hey baby, if you want to get here earlier, maybe you can play some pool, Because I haven't played that fucking pool in like fucking like 5 months, Yeah, so, and then I told my sister that I'll make a customized, what do you call it, computer desk for her. But she told me she usually works out of that kitchen table. She has that island, in her apartment. So, if you're working on that island, sitting in a chair, then you don't need a computer desk or a customized computer desk. Is that what it is? The one that I built for myself here in my apartment, right? So, yeah, things are getting busier, everybody. So, we got to fucking, again, without repeating myself, we got to get the life going, stagnant. Yes, it's not easy. And I was actually looking up yesterday because I was talking to my sister the other day, and we were talking about like getting our parents here. Usually they take a break. My mom and my dad, they take a break. Sometimes they go to Sweden to my brother's, to meet my brother's family, or they come to New York, you know. But because of this fucking pandemic, there are no flights, visas, and all that other bullshit, And then I also, have to work on my fucking citizenship, That's fucking bullshit. Because of the fucking corona, everything is like in a fucking, what do you call, limbo. So, so let's see. But I'm working on that. So, what else is going on? Yankees are still 4. Mets are still at 2. So that's the update on the Major League Baseball, everyone. I don't see any fucking fans. No fans in the fucking bleachers. So that's kind of fucking depressing again. But, these guys are playing. So obviously people are watching on their screen, right? What does it say? Official partner. Oh, that's fucking whatever the fuck it is. That's an ad, right? Speaking of which, what's up with the fucking Premier League, huh? I have no fucking idea. The other day, I was actually looking up on fucking Craigslist. Again, I have to like fucking think about. And I was thinking about, what were you thinking about, sir? I was thinking about, fucking like getting a pet. I was looking for a dog on Craigslist. Craigslist has fucking become this fucking like bullshit like scam. It has become a platform for these scam artists and scammers. Excuse me. I think I ate my dinner too fast. Is that what it is? Maybe. Maybe not. No, the point I was trying to make about fucking Craigslist is that fucking Craigslist is just now a platform for scammers. So I emailed this person who was having this pet, right? This dog, very sweet looking dog, what was it, like one of those Japanese breeds, Shih Tzu? No, it was not Shih Tzu. It was one of those mixed breeds. I'm trying to remember what the fuck it was, right? But the ad said only 12 weeks old, right? Something like that, right? And the other problem is that these fucking like adoption centers are closed, temporarily closed. And so you can't just go there and adopt, So I don't know why I fucking went to fucking Craigslist, But in any case, so the ad said 12 weeks, so I basically texted the person in the contact, because they actually had a phone number provided in the ad, right? So I texted them, hey, I'm interested. So is the dog or is the puppy still available for adoption? And the person replies like in a couple of hours later, right? And they say, yeah, $2,500. I'm like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? $2,500. And if you were asking for fucking $2,500 for a pet, why didn't you mention that? Why didn't you fucking mention something in the fucking ad, right? If you are having a pet up for adoption, you're asking for $2,500, shouldn't you be fucking asking that in the fucking ad? So that's why I think fucking Craigslist is just a fucking like a scammer's platform. That's what it is. So that's my take on fucking Craigslist. So all you people who go on to fucking Craigslist, don't fucking use it. Although my office manager, she sent me an email the other day that somebody contacted us for that office space we had up for lease. I think we had an ad a while ago on Craigslist for the office space in Manhattan. I was putting up a lease, trying to save some fucking money. And this fucking pandemic hits, and then here we are, right? Here we are fucking dealing with this now, right? Wasting fucking money on empty office spaces. All right, so the week of what is it? Third week of July is over, everyone, and so this is what, like middle of fucking summer, and I'm really looking forward to my vacation in August. So let's keep our fingers crossed, our hopes high, right? And that I can have a nice vacation in the mountains, right? All right, everyone. So maybe you should maybe you should just get into our cheat sheet. Is that what it is? Is that what we want to do now? Because this fucking game, this fucking MLB game is not going anywhere. It's still 4-2. Is this, what is it, like a fucking like mock game? I don't think so. I mean, it's as real as it's supposed to be, right? Except that there are no fucking fans. All right, everyone. So let's just get into our cheat sheet. I have some interesting topics that I want to talk about. Did I miss anything that I wanted to talk about while we are trying to find items in my cheat sheet? All right, everyone. My first topic, metric calendar. Okay, so here we go. I want to show you something, right? Metric calendar. You see that? So this is something I came up with back in 2012, 2013, So I came up with a metric calendar. Remember I told you guys I mentioned about, in my last podcast, I mentioned about Hanky Henry calendar and the time. So I came up with a metric calendar. And I actually have a spreadsheet, that actually shows all the calendar days, and, you can punch in, the date, and then, you can punch in a date, a day in a month on a certain day. So, and then it tells you what should be the day, the following week or in the following month on a certain date, right? And I divided basically, hours, a day into, I believe I divided hours into 20, I divided hours, a day into 20 hours. 20 hours, 100 minutes in an hour, and 100 seconds in a minute. So remember, there are two constants here. If you want to, okay, so if you were to fucking land your ship on a planet, let's say on Earth, right, and you're a fucking alien, and then you start a fucking civilization here, and the one thing you need to do is to start or have a calendar, not start, but have a calendar to give you some sort of a what do you call a time, not a timetable, but some sort of a what do you call a calendar to follow for daily routine, for weekly, and for seasonal and all that, right? You will basically realize that there are two things. If you spend a few years or some years or maybe a fucking decade, who fucking knows, right? You realize that, okay, there are two things which are constant here, kind of. One is the day, right, which is the cycle of the earth on its own axis. So that's in our current standard time, that's 24 hours, right? And the other aspect that's constant is the revolution of Earth around Sun, right? Which is pretty much 365 days, right? So 365 days, and then the time it takes for Earth to rotate around or at its own axis for day and night to happen, right? So if you have those as constants, and then you can come up with whatever the hell you want, right, as far as the calendar. But you have to obviously have all the adjustments, for example, for a leap day and all that, right? So based on all these, I came up with a spreadsheet, and that's how I came up with this calendar, right? You can see I have clocks. One shows the hour, minutes, and the seconds, right? So, yeah, I mean, I call this a metric calendar. So, by the way, so this is my fucking metric calendar, everyone. And I don't have any information about that anywhere else, but you can come up with your own. I mean, you can come up with this. It's pretty easy. But what that would mean is that if you want to adopt my calendar, not Hank Henry's, that would mean that you'll have to adjust all the your time to 20 hours. So your clocks should have 20 hours, not 24 hours. And then every hour should have 100 seconds. So basically every second now, I mean, every minute should have 100 seconds. Every hour should have 100 minutes, right? So the second dial would basically be running at a different speed than how it runs now, at the speed it runs, like the dial, the way it runs, 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Now, if you divide them into 100 instead of 60, it would be faster, right? 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Something like that. You get my point, right? All right, so without, getting too much into that, that's my calendar that I came up with for this planet Earth. If you all are interested in, you can come up with your own spreadsheet and calculate all that, right? It's pretty straightforward. All right, everyone. My next topic is a dream, another degree, and instrument. What the fuck? Okay, so I was having this fucking weird dream. It was interesting, but this was like few days ago, right? I was having this fucking dream where I was in a fucking another grade school, right? Some fucking grade school, and apparently I'm getting another fucking graduate degree, right? And then apparently I borrowed some sort of a very sophisticated instrument, right, from the university, or bought it, or gave it to me, right? This fucking sophisticated instrument from the university for the purpose of engineering or something like that. I was trying to remember what the fuck it was. It's one of the instruments you can use in the surveys, right? If you do land surveys, it's an engineering instrument or the surveying instrument. It's got theodolite, So it was like a much more sophisticated form of a theater life. So they were saying that it's about 35 grand. So you could actually restock it, but then you'll have to basically like you could restock it, but then they will deduct this if you restock it back to the university, right? So this was like fucking like hilarious dream I had. So I was getting another fucking graduate degree, right? 18 years after I had my graduate degree, right, in engineering. And that was fucking hilarious. And I was getting like all worked up. Why do I have to fucking pay, so much for restocking this fucking instrument? I don't need it. I can take it back and give it back to the fucking university, right? And then I was having some weird dream about this lady I was interested in. She was one of the students, and she was not interested in me. And then so basically I had to lower my fucking bar, right? And then I ended up being with another lady and blah, blah, blah. But in any case, that's a fucking dream. But I thought that was very fucking interesting. I don't know. I can't interpret the dreams. Maybe I should talk to my girlfriend because she's into those. She's into like astrology and all that, right? So maybe she can tell me what that means. I have no fucking idea. But I guess it wasn't like a very weird dream, but I thought it was fucking hilarious. All right, everyone. My next topic, Apple TV and terrible player. Okay, so Apple TV, I sign up for fucking Apple TV, right? They have some shows, and which I'll get into when we get into our shows and movies part towards the end, right? But their player, right? Oh, by the way, so you can sign up for Apple TV using your Apple ID, whatever the hell your Apple ID is, right? But you have to pay, obviously, monthly, right? But their fucking player is fucking terrible. Like Apple came up with this fucking idea of like movies and all that, right? Using Apple TV shows and all that. But one thing they don't fucking understand is, to an extent, fucking Netflix as well, is that their fucking player, obviously, you use it on the computer, is fucking horrible. You can't stop the fucking movie or the show, by pressing the space bar, right? It doesn't work that way. And then you can't go to the next episode, usually at the bottom right or somewhere at the bottom of the fucking screen, it tells you if you want to go back to the previous episode or the next episode, right? So in any case, so that was fucking interesting. I mean, it just fucking, these fucking companies, they want to get into all kinds of stuff, but they have no fucking idea how to actually make it really work. That's what I wanted to say, everyone. But they have some shows you might be interested in. And that's my take on Apple TV, everyone. Next topic, possible apartment upgrade. Okay, so I emailed my landlord here, management, that listen, and this is what I was telling my girlfriend, that if I'm not paying a lot of money, why shouldn't I move into a one bedroom, right? Yes. So I sent an email to my management here, my buildings management, and they sent me a reply saying that by mid-August there should be new apartments open. If I'm interested, then I can have a viewing or I can see them. So I have to basically keep an eye on their website to see if something opens up. Why the fuck not, right? If I'm paying, whatever I'm paying for this studio with the alcove, bedroom, I mean, it's not bad, but why not get a little more spacious apartment, with a proper separate room as a bedroom, if I can, for more or less the same rent, right? Why not? So I have to look up in a few weeks. I have to keep an eye before I go on my fucking vacation. So if I see something, then I will have to basically just let them know, hey, by the way, so can I see this? I did see a couple of apartments, and I was interested, but then it's too soon because my lease does not end until December. So there you go. All right. So if I move in a few months, then you will see me doing my podcast in my new apartment, right? Yeah, I want to stay in this building. It's fucking amazing. I haven't gone to the pool. I mean, to the swimming pool. Although I did go to the swimming pool on Monday. Last Monday, I had some quick, laps, quick laps and all that. Although there were people in there, so it's a small pool. Um, yeah, I like my building. It's pretty convenient. Parking is in the building, automated parking garage, pool on the rooftop, barbecue and all that, right? Barbecue and all that, all that. And the gym, hopefully they open the gym. I'm gonna do some workouts in the gym when they open. I've been fucking lazy, right before the pandemic, but now I feel like I should get into the gym, right? All right, everyone. My next topic: new comet and James Webb Telescope. Now, so James Webb Telescope, I discussed that. Apparently, that has been postponed for deployment until April 2021, and which is next year instead of this year. And what's up with the new comet, sir? So apparently, there's a new comet that's going to fly by. I don't want to give you guys wrong information. Wrong information. Wrong or wrong, sir? Wrong information. So let me get into the cheat sheet. Hold on a second. Comet passing by. Comet passing by Earth. Comet passing Earth. Okay, so. Okay, so this is what it says. National Geographic website says one of the brightest comets in decades is passing Earth. Here's how to see it. Comet Neowise, Neowise. Comet Nevo, is that how you say it? Neowise is delightingly. Oh, wait a minute. What the fuck am I saying? Comet Neowise is delighting professional astronomers and amateur stargazers alike. It will be visible in northern hemisphere skies until mid-August. Okay, there we go. So maybe I should maybe tomorrow I'll take my fucking telescope and at night, because I think it's not cloudy. Maybe tomorrow I should take it because it's kind of like late tonight to go up there. It's already fucking 10 o'clock. The comet is currently bright enough to be seen with the unaided eye. Really? If you know where to look. It's already delighting skywatchers across the northern hemisphere who have been rising before dawn to gaze at the glowing celestial traveler. Okay, so you have to get up at like fucking before like sunrise. I'm not fucking doing that. Alright, so Neowise, right? Neowise, Neowise, for all you amateur stargazers. So that's news for you. If you are interested in getting up, get your ass up and take your fucking telescope, go up to the roof and watch the comet, right? I don't know. Am I going to do that? I don't think so. All right, everyone. And then the telescope, James Webb Telescope, again, without beating the dead horse. I mean, it's not a dead horse, but repeating myself again. I guess I did repeat myself, right? Those are the topics for this cheat sheet and for this weekend's podcast. And here comes the movies and the shows. Okay, so what you guys have been seeing so far, huh? In your fucking lockdown, huh? Okay, so the movies. Let's start with the fucking movies. I watched a bunch of fucking movies, as I always do. Hotel Artemis, Artemis. That was a fucking interesting movie, right? With what's his name? Speaking of the hotel, by the way, I watched another movie on hotel, The Bed. Um, Bedtimes at is Hotel El Royale, right? Is at Hotel El Royale. Bedtimes at Hotel El Royale. That's an interesting movie with Jeff Bridges, and then Hotel Artemis. Obviously, is a dystopian tech movie. Fucking like weird movie. Uh, with Judy Foster and what's his name? Sterling K. Brown, and there's fucking Zachary Quinto in there as well. And interesting, like a dystopian movie. And what else did I watch? Bedtimes at El Royale, The Old Guard. The Old Guard, interesting movie that I watched. This week, everyone. What the fuck is Old Guard? Hold on a second. Because I don't fucking remember. I watched so many fucking movies. Old Guard. Here we go. Old Guard. Yeah. So that's a fucking movie on. It's a new one on Netflix, by the way. I didn't like it. With Charlize Theron. Nah, I didn't like it. No spoiler alerts, but that was interesting. And then the other one I watched was In the Valley of Illa. In the Valley of Illa with Tommy Lee Jones. Interesting. Old movie from 2000, 2007. Okay, so this is the fucking weirdest movie I saw, right? Lars and the Real Girl, right? Fucking weirdest fucking movie in which Ryan Gosling is Lars, and then he has this fucking like sex doll, or what they call the love doll, that fucking everyone, agrees to him in the whole fucking town, in this small fucking town in Wisconsin, where it's set, the movie's set, that he gets this fucking doll, and he thinks in his own fucking weirdest mind that that's his girlfriend, and everybody else agrees with him, and they even do like a fucking like a, what do you call it? Do they do like a wedding ceremony? They even like fucking like call 911 for the fucking doll. They take the doll to the fucking hospital because apparently the doll was fucking dying. Am I doing a fucking like a spoiler alert, sir? Ma'am and every other gender associates? I guess I am. But that's an old fucking movie. So I guess it doesn't matter, right? So that was fucking weirdest fucking movie I ever seen. So the whole fucking like, what do you call, the whole fucking town, small town in Wisconsin, it's like, what the fuck, dude? All right. The other one I watched was Next 3 Days. Next 3 Days is a very interesting fucking movie with Russell Crowe, right? But it's based on some other fucking French movies. So I mean, it has some great thrilling and action scenes. Very interesting. And then the last one I watched, which was I think yesterday I watched, was That's My Boy with Adam Sandler. I thought that was fucking hilarious movie. Although it became a fucking flop. Disaster, is that what you call it? Box office bomb. But I thought it was fucking hilarious with Adam Sandler in his Boston accent. Boston accent? Right? Alright, everyone, so that's my take on movies and shows, and this is the end of my podcast for this week, or this weekend. And enjoy your weekend, and I will see you all next weekend.